of Russia, right?
Well, yeah, she got a house in Lebanon and Tanzania, but
wow.
She's doing very well for herself.
Yeah, clearly.
I told her the one thing that she had to do was to get the hell out of America if she wanted to take her journalism career seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And this was back in 2009. I told her that the media around all of America seems to be just looking for a pretty face and zero facts. And if you want some kind of integrity that goes along with your job, go on the world stage and see what's out there.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, Russia, you have to live in another country besides the country of origin that you came from for a year before you can even enter the country with their immigration policy. But America's such a bad guy, we want to build a wall on the Mexican border. I mean, it's the transparency is just unlimited.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to that kind of situation. But yeah, they're used to the snow. See, when we get snow here in Pennsylvania, schools are called off. Oh my God, it's closed down, and we don't even get an inch of snow yet.
Oh yeah,
public safety. So half of the people now, they're getting used to it. They're learning how to drive in the snow again, which is great. It's normally it's the smaller car people that learn how to drive on the road a little bit faster. I saw some van up the road from me. She boy, she stopped at a red light. I'm right on the hill. Tony, you know where I live.
Yeah.
I'm right. She's right on the hill, Mark. She stops at the red light. I'm like,
oh my God.
Big mistake, so I had to watch it happen. Because
you just got to whip out your phone and take a video.
He's like, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to, publicly embarrass her on the internet. Be like, oh, look at this idiot.
Why not? It'd be fun.
Oh, hell, I would have.
Here we are, Facebook Live from the hill in a snowstorm.
Anybody know who this is? Because you can laugh at her.
Her license plate number is No, wait a second.
So the hill's still there and winter is still here. So once that does happen again, I'm going to post it on the podcast, guys, or the Weekly Nerd.
Oh, that's cool.
Tag the hell out of you guys in it. But she ended up going up the hill right. It was a dick of a light, too. The light went from red, where you're like, oh, now I stopped at the red light. Then it went straight to green again.
Oh, nice.
Like, oh, my God, yeah. So she got back on the gas, and she went to take the right turn, and that van was not having it.
Yeah.
The van actually slid down sideways into a telephone pole.
Oh, my God.
Going a crisp 1 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's great. Enough to be a nuisance, but not like a...
It was hilarious. I saw some little Geo Metro right behind her. That light went red on him, and he was just like, listen, he had to look at his face like, I'm already driving a Geo Metro.
Yeah. Shit, I already have the toy car. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to Northeast Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he went right through it just fine. So,
oh, yeah.
By just not slowing down and disregarding all human life on the other end of the road.
Frankly, his own if he was driving a Geo Metro.
That's actually true.
If you're driving a bicycle fast enough, you can rip right through one of those.
Spark, why don't you set us up for our next segment here? I know we wanted to talk about some sports, and some stuff happened recently, and I see that Thomas Durden is joining us. Maybe we should break into a little San Fran talk. Why don't you lead us in, Spark?
Yes, in the exciting world of football this week, it was the San Francisco 49ers over the Green Bay Packers, and it was the Kansas City Chiefs over the Tennessee Titans. So the next Super Bowl is going to be San Francisco versus Kansas City. In Miami.
Yeah, the battle of the Big Red.
The battle of the Big Red. And to make it more historically in sense, this is the first time in 50 years that Kansas City is in the Super Bowl.
That's true. And the first time in a while for
25 years
for the Niners.
For the Niners.
Yeah, 25.
But when you think about it though now, to really rub it in on everybody now, the Kansas City Chiefs was the longest running drought.
Yes.
No, between Super Bowls. But well, guess what though? Now next year it gets to be taken over by the Jets because they will be going into their 51st season without a Super Bowl appearance.
Whoa.
So now more agony for the Jet fans out there.
Wow, there's something to bet on, Kev.
Yeah, they're not going to see a Super Bowl for a little while. I like
They'll see a Super Bowl when Betty White has her 120th birthday.
Yeah, but no,
I like how the Chiefs have actually tried to add talent to their team. They put Le'Veon Bell in there, and normally running backs, after taking a year off, need a full season to get back into the swing of it. Their defense was actually a pretty decent pickup, my fantasy football defense, because they had a pretty good amount of interception to touchdown pick six ratio going on per game.
They really did.
Greg Williams was their defensive coordinator. Now, if you're not familiar with Greg Williams, he actually seduced a bunch of football players into injuring other players for a briefcase full of $30,000.
That's actually true.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah. How do you tell people about, like, you're already millionaire active?
He didn't cheat. This is actually a common practice, and it's an unheard practice for defense coordinators to give a bonus
if you hurt people?
to headhunt, and they're called headhunters. They're called headhunters.
The bounty. It made Boba Fett blush a little bit. Like, holy crap, man! Really?
Yeah. So they're hired, and not necessarily hired. Like, they're offered a special gift
if you can take out the quarterback.
If you take him out for a season, like, you get so and so as a gift. Maybe a new truck.
If I take him out, do I get a gift, or is it just me being happy that I took a coordinator out?
You're supposed to hurt him. You're not supposed to date him.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you $100 to take the quarterback out.
Wow, did this just turn weird?
Holy crap.
No, I mean,
wow.
You take him out at the ankles, because sometimes they run off,
Like, I don't care how you're taking him out. Like, if you're doing whatever you need to do. Look, you're over 18. You're over 18. You can do whatever you want to do.
No, I'm
Except
good.
smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, except for smoke a cigarette.
I'm 24.
I know.
I don't want to smoke a cigarette.
Smoke as much as you like.
Yeah, smoke as much as you want.
I don't want to smoke a cigarette. I'm good. I don't want to smoke anything.
Yeah, but that
perfect.
But that was a big thing for a while for Greg Williams, though. That bounty gate.
Yeah.
Is he still with the team doing that?
He's with the Jets, right?
He's with the Jets.
Yeah, the thing is, he was the interim head coach for the Browns. He still is a very good coach all around.
Yes.
That was just where he was.
You mentioned the kiss of death, though. Where was the interim head coach at?
He was the interim head coach for the Cleveland Browns last year when they were on their winning streak,
yes.
while getting Baker Mayfield, the whole team, to actually concentrate.
But once again, though, you did say the Cleveland Browns. Didn't the Cleveland Browns just fire their new coach after one season?
I tell you what, the Cleveland Browns, the whole organization does that. They don't like a talented player. You have Baker Mayfield right now with identical stats of Mark Sanchez. They found a formidable coach such as Greg Williams after firing Todd Haley, and dude that's in Cincinnati right now. I forget his name because he's just that forgettable. He used to be the Raiders coach a little while back, but he's now the offensive coordinator for Cincinnati. So now, if you were wondering why the Bengals didn't have any offenses here, well, that's why. They were like, hey, we'll take the Browns scraps. And you don't ever do that. That's a terrible idea. The Giants found that out the tough way by having Schumer in there for 2 years. He used to be the head coach of the Browns, another Browns scrap. So, like, the Browns organization is more or less, they will make out with themselves in the mirror, and it's a broken glass mirror, and then wonder how the hell they got their face.
But who was the coach for the Browns for a while?
They've actually been changing up coaches throughout.
No. That's history lesson now. At one time, who did the coach have? Who did the Browns have as a head coach?
Oh my God! Well, they had Pat Schumer before.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going back.
Freddie Kitchens was this May.
Keep going back. You go back. Go.
Spark, this is a talking show. Please enlighten everybody.
Well, didn't they have a certain guy by the name of Belichick as the head coach out in Cleveland?
They did, and then then just like most talented coaches, they ran them out of town. They've been great about running talented coaches out of town and talented players. They're just, if they find out that you're good at your job, they give you the opposite of what a promotion would be like. They're like, hey, here's a plane ticket anywhere else. Get out of Cleveland. It's like, why? I thought
it's actually true.
Here. It's like, look, we are. Even Cleveland, the town, even the Cleveland Browns.
He's the head coach for the
Is he the one that mouth kisses Tom Brady?
Yes, he's the one that mouth kisses Tom Brady. Yes.
Well, I mean, everybody mouth kisses. I'd even mouth kiss Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he's a good looking dude. Yeah, you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that if you were in front of you.
No, I'm good.
You'd be like,
I would say certain words I would never say in my life to him because I don't like him.
oh, that's spicy.
You say I don't like him.
What if he disguised himself as an uglier man?
I don't think that's possible.
I could see Tom Brady. I could see Tom Brady in a couple years working the Fox booth with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman sitting in the middle.
Actually see that.
In the middle.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
He's gonna have a lot of trouble holding the microphone up because I guarantee he'll wear all of his rings.
Dude, that'd be some crazy Brokeback action stuff right there.
You know that somebody's gonna replace the microphone with a.
Yeah.
You're like, look at what Tom Brady's doing in the booth.
I don't know if you ever watch it, but like. Sometimes when they go into the booth and they show Joe Buck and Troy Aikman talking, this is how it is. The one time, they were elbow to elbow like this. It's like
arms around each other.
Arms almost around each other. It's like, so Troy, what do you think? And the one thing you didn't notice is he was holding the microphone with this hand, and the other hand was missing, and Troy had a big smile on his face. Troy's like.
Well, that's the thing. I love it when Joe Buck likes to ask Troy Aikman. They used to show these clips, and it got sad, so they stopped doing it, like, almost immediately, right?
Yeah.
They showed this one clip of Troy Aikman in a game where he got hit, and Joe Buck asked me, he's like, "Yeah, do you remember that game?" And Troy gave his honest response. He said, "I don't. I had a minor concussion after that, and I don't remember it that day or that week." And it got really dark to the point where everybody's like, "Oh, shit, cut to commercial." Why did you ask a person that has a brain?
Joe Buck's taking a seizure.
Remember something? Yeah, like Troy, if you saw yourself on camera getting hit so hard and you have no recollection of it, like, hey, Tony, remember that time you got hit by that truck? Like, that was me.
What? Who was that guy?
Oh my god! Like,
That was like when Joe Theismann worked Monday Night Football. The one thing they never showed Theismann was the day he got his leg broken because he was never able to watch that.
Hey, speaking of broken bones and just rearranging the faces, how about the 45-second match for Conor McGregor and
40.
the Cowboy? 40 seconds. 40-second match between Conor McGregor and the Cowboy the other day in UFC 1,029,446.
2,469.
Yeah, whatever the heck it is now. Conor McGregor was actually, I don't think he was favored. I thought Cowboy was favored to win that
Cowboy
match.
was a slight favorite, not by much.
Yeah.
It was
the fix was in. There was a 40-second matchup against a much older opponent who was a lot slower too, with a different style that fits the opposite of what Conor McGregor likes to do.
Yeah.
So
a couple shoulder hits and a knee to the face, and it was over more or less.
Dude, he rearranged his face like a freaking Picasso.
Oh, let me have the stroke.
Dude, he rearranged his eye up on his forehead, and I've seen pictures of like mid-fight, or not even mid-fight, but like right after he got knocked out, and they took a still of his face, and my God, man, he got messed up, like totally messed up. It was really.
I heard to celebrate, Conor McGregor punched a woman in the face for not liking his whiskey. Drink it!
You will drink it now!
Oh, no. What are you doing? He's not Russian, he's Irish.
I don't know, I was trying to get the Irish accent out, and it just didn't work for me.
Naughty lass, drink it. No, wait, that's Scottish. Hold on.
Scottish-Irish, same thing.
Scottish, no, whoa,
whoa,
stop.
Scottish and Irish are not the same thing. Scottish is William Wallace. Irish
that's
is
like
Conor
saying
McGregor.
New Zealand and Australia are the same. Tanzania.
For the kids that didn't make it in England and Ireland, they sent them up north.
Tasmania. I'm sorry, not Tanzania. Tasmania. Yeah. Tasmania, Australia, New Zealand.
Indonesia, I don't know.
All in that same area, but all different. Yeah.
Like if Wilkes-Barre and Scranton are the Irish and the English, somewhere in the middle, the Scottish got lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for William Wallace.
I'm sure the island's small enough that all the white people living there might be somewhat related to each other to a degree. You know, it's like claiming different parts of Jamaica, where you're like, all right, guys, come on now, this is not a big island.
Come on, aren't they just all criminals anyways?
Jamaicans? Holy crap! I don't know.
Don't think they're famous for is Red Stripe, isn't it?
That's it.